guys, it's Sarah and I'm coming to you from my office today on the floor in my office because I have a fun product to share with you and we are going to put it together today, and then I'm going to be doing a try a chapter tag as well, trying out this new product. So I'm really excited about this. So I'm going to tell you about it, we're going to assemble it, and then I'm going to do some reading and try it out. So we are going to be doing this right now, and I'm enjoying my favorite beer, you guys. I'm so excited. This is Sam Adams Porch Rocker. It's a lemon radler. When I tell you this is my favorite beer on the planet, I'm not messing around. I will buy this in bulk while it's available because it is seasonal. They just started releasing it again, and I'm going to be single-handedly keeping them in business because this is out. Let's talk about this product here. So the people over at BenQ contacted me and asked me if I would be interested in reviewing their reading lamp. And I was like, yes, please. Here's the thing. We're in my office right now where I tend to read quite a bit, especially if my husband is home because we have a shared office space. So he has a desk with his computer, I have a desk with mine. There's a recliner in here and I will sit in that recliner and I will read while he's working on his computer or doing whatever he needs to do. So we do spend a bit of time in this room, and a lot of times I'll be sitting in my recliner and reading. However, my recliner's in the corner because that's the best place for it to be. And we only have an overhead ceiling fan lamp in here. I do have a lamp on my desk, but it's on the opposite side of the room. So I don't have great lighting over there. During the day, it's okay because sunlight is right next to the window. But at night, I kind of, if I'm reading a physical book, I have to kind of tilt my book towards the light a little bit, and it's just not very natural. So I've been thinking I should probably get some sort of lamp over here that I can use while I'm reading at night especially. And then they reached out to me and I was like, it's like you know me. It's like you knew that I needed one. So they offered to send me over their e-reading lamp is what it's called. So it's a lamp, and this one right here is a tabletop, but you can also get a floor stand extension, and that's what they sent me as well. So this is going to be a floor lamp. It'll be tall because there's an extension on it, and we are going to assemble it together. And while I do my try a chapter this week, I'm going to spend a couple of days doing it. I'm going to use this lamp and let you know my thoughts because I'm going to actually be doing a review on it. So let's get these boxes open. We're going to start assembling, and I will talk to you about the books I'm planning to read for this try chapter. Looks like a nice box. I gotta stand up though. Look at that. That's like a really nice box, you guys. It's got a handle and everything. Nice. It's blue. Is it blue? Blue's my favorite color. I didn't even tell them that. Oh, now I'm even more excited. I thought it was just going to be like a silver, but it's blue. Cool. Okay. Look at this. So it has this little plastic handle in here, and it says pull, and it just pops out. You guys, we can all appreciate good packaging. Look at how easy that is. I didn't have to like struggle with it. Okay, it's stupid how excited I am just about the packaging. Okay. Got the directions, that's important. Got an Allen wrench, that'll be important. There are different ways to assemble because you can either have the base for sitting on, oh man, this is heavy. You guys, this lamp is gonna be amazing. So this is the base if you're gonna do a tabletop. I'm not using this because I'm going to be using the floor lamp. So that's probably just going to stay in here. There's also an option to clamp it to the edge of a table. So it's not sitting on the tabletop taking up a big circle of space, but you still have the light. Oh man. Look at that. This is the light part. That's so cool. That's so unique. Oh, I love it. And you can adjust it. Oh my gosh, this is going to be fantastic. So this use the floor extension. Okay, so Alan mentioned there's a huge screw, so I will just leave that in the bag so I don't lose that along the way. Oh my gosh, you guys, this thing is so heavy, which is actually kind of nice because it's going to be sturdy, right? Ooh, man, I'm getting a workout. Okay, so here is the floor base, and it's got these on it. I don't know what these are called. The thingies. So the pole has a little thing. This side does not. This side, oh, yeah, this is the side that I need to use the screw for because I can see. Yep, that fits right on there. Okay. So I need to just attach it with, I can't even hold it in my lap. It's so heavy. Like that hurts. Okay. Smarter, not harder, Sarah. All right. All right. Okay, so that's done. And now, oh, this cord is like a cloth cord. Nice. All right, so now I just need to figure out, I guess it just goes on here on the top like this. Yeah. I think they just click together. Well, let's find out, shall we? Yep. And that's not going anywhere. Okay, so here is the lamp part. So it's like this, and it's adjustable. So I can make it higher, I can make it lower, I can adjust it to however I need to because it's got the elbow thing here. And then it connects right here. I literally just put it on and it's there. And then the base. And then this will plug into the plug unit there. I'm going to put it behind my chair. This is my chair here where I sit and read. So it is right by a big window, but it, again, if I'm reading at night, I don't have any light. So I'm going to put it back here and kind of have it hanging over the back. I might have it coming from the side a little bit. We'll see. Okay. Look. Oh man, this is going to be nice. Okay. So I think this is set. Okay, so there's a little turn knob on the top here, right here, where you can adjust the brightness. So I'm turning it, I can go up or down. I think it's, okay, it said to turn on and off. You tap this little circle back here. It's a silver circle, and I just tap it and turn it on, and it adjusts, I think, to the light that's already in the room. And then I tap it again, and it turns off. Oh, guys, this is going to be so nice. Okay, hang on. Okay, so one thing about this lamp, this is not only a reading lamp, it's also a screen lamp, so you can use it for either or. So if you want to use it on a desk but you're working on a computer or an iPad or something, so there's a little indicator next to the ring back here, and right now it's lit up orange. And if you hold it for if you tap it for 2 seconds, it goes to green. And then this is the screen mode, so it's a deeper yellow, whereas the reading mode is more of a bright white for like pages and stuff, for paper. So you just hold it for 2 seconds and you can go back and forth. That is so cool. So for a closer look at that feature, so here it is on, and as you can see, it's lit up orange right now, but if I just touch it for 2 seconds, it goes to green, and that is the screen mode. And then I'm just touching it barely for 2 seconds, and it switches between modes like that. And then if I just tap it, it goes off. And if I just tap it, it goes on, and it adjusts at the beginning. So now it's orange, so it's in that mode. So it just kind of like comes on, pulses for a second, and then you're good to go. That is awesome. So here's what it looks like behind my chair here. Oh, I'm so excited to try this out. Okay, so we are going to do the try chapter portion now. Guys, I already love it. I'm thinking I can probably adjust it to where it's not quite so, yeah, like it's just not quite so in everybody else's faces. Yeah, so I can kind of adjust it a little bit, but I am going to try a chapter of a few books. Now, I'm going to take a couple days to do this. I'm not doing it all in one day, but I wanted to do something like this because I've been thinking about it a little bit, and I've seen quite a few people doing some try chapters lately, and I was like, you know what? I think that would help me because I am definitely purging some books. I did do a huge purge, and I'm definitely not feeling done. Like I could get rid of more, but I kind of just did like a big initial, like, here's what I can get rid of type thing. And then I took a little bit of a break. And now I am thinking about maybe getting rid of some more, but I wanted to go and pull out some books that I've had for a very long time, very, very long time, like beginning of BookTube days, or that I bought even before BookTube. And I just haven't read them, but they've survived every purge that I've gone through because I always purge before we move. And I will go through phases where I'm just purging some stuff. So I had these two at the top of my mind. One of them is something I bought before BookTube. Another one was after BookTube, but it was like a hyped book. And so I just want to kind of see what I think with the first chapter of both of these and see if it's something that I feel like I want to actually hang on to. The biggest inspiration for this was Krista, who just did a try chapter of our Christmas book exchange books. I may end up doing that one, honestly, because I was like, because I think there's definitely some books on there that, you know, maybe from the early beginnings of the Christmas book exchange, you know, before we really got to know each other's reading taste really well. I think the past couple of years have been phenomenal, and I would definitely not get rid of any of those. But there's some, I think, kind of more towards the beginning that I could do a try chapter and I would probably end up getting rid of a couple of them, but at least I gave it a try. So that type of thing. I usually don't unhaul those without reading them first, but Krista's video kind of felt like I could give myself permission to do that. So yeah, but that's for another video. We'll do that another time. But today, we're going to get started on these. So I'm going to do 2 right now, and then I will probably do 2 tomorrow. These 2 were just like off the top of my head. I knew I wanted to do these. I need to kind of look around and pull a couple more. I'm not sure exactly what I would pull for some of the other ones, so we'll just see. But let's just do these 2. So we are going to start with the one that I bought because of the hype. Here's what I'm scared of. It's A Brief History of 7 Killings by Marlon James. What scares me is that this won the Booker Prize. And I don't have the best track record with award-winning books. They tend to be very literary. Ooh, so we'll see. There have been a couple of exceptions. I really liked The Goldfinch, and that was a literary book that won the Pulitzer Prize, and I did actually really like that book. So we'll see. I don't think I've ever read a Man Booker winner before, so this would be my first one. But more than anything, like, this is a huge book as well. I always joke that this is not brief. But I want to just kind of see what his writing style is and see if that's going to work for me. And I will get a feel for that with the first chapter of this book. So the first chapter of this one is, let me get a page count for you here. Oh, we have sections. I hope there's chapters within the sections. Let's see. Oh, there's a big cast of characters. Okay. So there's definitely chapters in here. It looks like there's a whole bunch of different perspectives, like a lot. They are very short though. So 9 pages. So I think I can do that. So this is a book that follows an actual event, which was an attempted assassination on Bob Marley. So this is I think this is following that event and kind of what was happening in Kingston at the time in Jamaica. And I think it's pretty heavily leaning into the politics of the time. But there was an actual assassination plot against him. And so this is kind of following that and kind of events leading up to what, you know, whoever was going to try to do this was hoping to accomplish. We're going to read the opening and the first chapter of A Brief History of 7 Killings by Merlin James. All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, I can see everything. Nice. Okay. I'm still reading, but I just read the first part, and I mean, we're talking 4 pages. This writing is gorgeous. I will say that. This is really, really good writing. All right, I'm going to read the actual first chapter now.
December 2nd, 1976.
Bam Bam. I knew I was 14. That me know. I also know that too many people talk too much, especially the American, who never shut up. Just switch to a laugh every time him talk about you.
Okay. So I decided to give the audiobook a sample listen. You can do that on Amazon. If you look up the audiobook, it will usually say listen to a sample. I just wanted to see, because the first chapter in here, as I was reading it, I was like, oh man. So this is written in a dialect, and I feel like it would be better on audio than in my head. And I was right. I would keep reading this. It's a full cast for the audiobook, but I feel like it would be good if I read it and listen at the same time, like actually sit down and like dive into it and listen while I'm reading it. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. But I will say the writing is really, really good. And I'm gonna hang on to this. This one, I kind of thought maybe I was gonna be like, meh, but no, like the writing is fantastic and I'm intrigued. And the opening part really set up the book and for how the book is gonna go. So I'm gonna hang on to this one. Who knew? Okay, this next one is one that I bought before BookTube. I bought this when we were living in Tucson and I was able to go to Bookman's. Let me tell you how much I miss Bookman's. Oh, these are short chapters. Yes, please. Okay, so this one is The Art of Fielding by Chad Hardback. This is about baseball. That's all I know. And I had just heard people loving it. I had no idea what it was about. I found it for $8 at Bookman, so I bought it. And it's always survived. I have not gotten rid of it, obviously. So we're going to read the first chapter and see. Let me see how long it is. I also did adjust the light on the settings. I turned it down a little bit, the brightness on my lamp, if you can tell from the last clip. Okay, so the first chapter, I can get here. Okay, yeah, it's only 4 pages. The second chapter is a little bit longer, so we'll see. Oh, I don't know if I want to, yeah, we're getting into like the 20s here. So I'll read the first chapter. I'll read the first 4 pages, just kind of see we'll see if that's enough for me to actually make a decision, but we're gonna go into this one and see what we think. Okay, so I read the first chapter and I was just gonna stop there because chapter 2 is pretty long, but I just kind of kept going. I only read a couple pages of chapter 2. I didn't read the whole thing, but like I was fine continuing. I'm intrigued. So it is about baseball. The first chapter is someone playing in a baseball tournament, and he's discovering somebody on the opposite team who he thinks has a lot of talent and kind of recruiting him to something else, I guess. Maybe something a little higher. So, but I was intrigued. I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, like I don't mind baseball. I don't watch it. I used to. I was an Atlanta Braves fan because Georgia, hello. Yeah, I remember in high school, I watched baseball with my parents all the time, and I was a huge Braves fan. Like, I was all in. We're talking Chipper Jones era baseball. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it there for today because I don't know what else I'm going to grab. I'll probably do some more tomorrow and just kind of maybe take a gander at my books and think about what I want to pick up to do another try chapter. But so far, I'm going to keep these two. So, not getting rid of anything yet. All right, but we'll come back tomorrow. And this has been fantastic. We're going to use it again tomorrow. Hey guys, okay, new day, new nail polish, and new set of books. I went through my shelves and I grabbed a few more. So I'm going to do a couple of them here today, and then I think I'll finish this up tomorrow. So maybe a couple more clips coming up here for you. I have adjusted my light a little bit, just height-wise and kind of angling a little bit as I've been using it. And it's really been working really great, guys. I can sit here and I can read and I don't have to tilt my book to try to find light or anything like that in this room. So it's working out really perfectly for me. Okay, so we are going to do try a chapter for a couple more here. I think I'm going to do 3 right now. So we're just going to grab from the top. So first one is Lost Girls. This is by Robert Kolker. This is actually a nonfiction book, and it is a true crime. It is written by an investigative reporter. It is a search for a serial killer still at large on Long Island. When was this published? Presents a detailed look of online escorts. Oh, geez. So I'm guessing maybe there's a serial killer who was hiring online escorts and then killing them. I have not heard of this case or what it is about, but I have heard this is really good. So I just want to go ahead and get the first chapter read, see how the writing is, because sometimes nonfiction, depending on how it's written, can be a little dry. So I just kind of want to see how the writing is, see if it's more of a narrative or if it's going to be something maybe I should listen to versus physically reading it. So we'll just kind of see. It looks like we're going through some women's names here in the very beginning. There is a map though for each woman, like where this has taken place. Oh, and it's kind of mapping it out. So there's a Connecticut, a Buffalo, New York, Ellenville, New York, Portland, Maine. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Wilmington, North Carolina, that's farther away. Then back up to New York. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to read the first chapter, see what I think. So I'm guessing we're jumping right into it. There's a prologue. So I'll read the prologue and then I'll read the first one and see. It's not that much. It's a total of 14 pages. So I can do that real quick and just kind of see how it goes. Okay. So I do really like true crime. This does seem interesting. However, I'm reading the prologue was really good and it read like a narrative. But I got into the first victim and it's just so much about her growing up. And I know that that's there, you know, to give her a voice and to get to understand her and know her. But I'm losing interest. So yeah, I think I'm going to pass on this one. And it's doing that with everybody, which I understand. I do like all the maps and stuff, which is really interesting, but I don't know. I'm just kind of, if I'm going to read a true crime, there's other ones that I'm more interested in. So I'm going to pass on this one. Okay, next one here is Fates and Furies by Lauren Groff. This one won the National Book, no, it was a finalist for the National Book Award. I have to pay attention. I have no idea what this is about. I know it was all the rage when it came out, and it came out in, let's see, 2015. So I have no idea what this story is about. Chapter 1 is a whole 3 pages. So I might need more than that. Okay, chapter 2 is definitely longer. Ooh, I don't know if I want to go all the way this. Yeah, we're into the 30s. I don't think I want to go that long. That's really weird. It ends on 38, so I don't want to read that much because that's like actually a decent chunk of the book. So I'll read chapter 1 for sure. I have absolutely no idea what this book is about at all. I bought it because of the hype and everyone was talking about it, and I'm pretty sure I found it cheap somewhere. And yeah, we'll just see. But I have 2 books by this author. Two. Okay. Okay. The writing is really good. I only read the first chapter, so we're talking 3 pages, but the writing is really good. The descriptions that she's using paints a very, very clear picture. So it is, the first scene is a couple who just got married, and I think they haven't known each other very long, but they got married pretty impulsively. They're young, they're in their early 20s, and just kind of like in love, almost infatuated with each other, and they got married and they are having some fun on the beach by themselves. So, but the writing was stellar. So yeah, I'm interested. I think from what I'm remembering, I feel like this follows their relationship and kind of what happens. So, but yeah, but based on the writing alone in that first chapter, Okay, last one. So last one I picked for today, and I'm going to do a couple more tomorrow, but Letters to the Lost by Bridget Kemmerer. I have not read anything by her yet. I believe I have A Curse So Dark and Lonely on my Kindle to read, which is a fantasy. But I picked this up too because so many people were reading this and loving it. So this is a young adult book, and I believe that this follows a girl who lost her mother, and she writes letters to her and leaves them at her gravesite to help with her grief. And then one day someone answers one of her letters, and I think a correspondence happens that way. And it's a boy. So, yeah. So we'll see. I've never like had the urge to pick it up, even though so many people absolutely love this book. So let's see how long chapter 1 is. Okay, it's 6 pages. Okay, cool. And then 10 pages. Chapter 2 takes us to 10 pages. So we'll see. I'll do chapter 1 for sure. Okay, so let's see what this is all about. Okay, yeah, I'm into this. I did really like the first chapter. It's very intriguing. So the book opens up with the boy, his name is Declan. He is reading one of the letters that is left at this gravesite that he sees. He is working there as part of community service because he committed a crime, and he's 17, so he's underage, so he's doing community service to work that off. And he is mowing lawns in a cemetery and finds a letter, and he reads it. So that's kind of where we pick up. But yeah, I'm into this. I really liked the writing, and I'm interested to see where this is going to end up going. Okay, so for today's round, 2 yeses and 1 no. All right, I'm going to finish up tomorrow. I have 3 more books, and I will do that tomorrow when I have a little bit more time. But yeah, going good so far. I'm making good choices, apparently, with what I'm buying. Okay, final round of Try Chapter. I have 3 more books, so we are going to go through these right now and see if I want to keep them or maybe pass on them. We'll see. So again, I'm just going to go off the top book here, and that is Lone Survivor by Marcus Luttrell. The reason I picked this one up is because I know the story already. This is Marcus's story of his time being a Navy SEAL, and he was part of, I don't know what they call themselves. He was part of a group, a team, SEAL team. Sarah, I should know that. SEAL team. He was part of a team They were doing a mission, I believe, in Afghanistan, and he ended up being the lone survivor of that group because they were ambushed, and he was the only one that survived. So I know the story. I have seen the movie adaptation, which was fantastic, by the way. So I just kind of want to see how the writing is in here and see if it's something that I would actually want to read the entire account in his own words this way, or just kind of let the movie be my recollection of it. So we'll see how it goes. I just really want to see what the writing is like, if I think the writing would work well to the point that I would want to read the entire book. I'm into it. This is good writing. So the prologue is him visiting the families of the people who were lost, you know, doing like the official condolence visits, which are awful. So that's what he's doing in the prologue. And then, you know, chapter 1, we're going to start, you know, going back and all that. But yeah, no, I actually was kind of surprised that writing really kind of caught me, and I was like, oh, okay, I could read this. I could read this. So yeah, I'm gonna hang on to this one too. Okay, so the next one is one that I have had for a long time. This was actually sent to me during our very first Christmas book exchange. It was sent to me from Lisa, and that is I Am Pilgrim by Terry Hayes. This, I feel like it's some sort of like espionage or something. I don't know. I've always hung on to it. This has incredible Goodreads ratings. I mean, like really high. And I think that's kind of what kept me hanging on to it. But it does sound kind of like a maybe political thriller, government something, something like that. So I don't know, maybe a spy type thing. We're gonna see. I'm gonna see how the writing is. Cool map. And see what we have here. So the first chapter is, let's see. Oh, that's only like 3 pages. So this is a thing where the chapters start in the middle of the page. So that's chapter 2. Okay, I could maybe read the first 2. That would be 9 pages. So we'll see. We'll see how I feel after the first chapter. It's only 3 pages though. So all right. We'll see what I literally could not regurgitate what this is about to you, but we're just gonna see. We're gonna see if it draws me in at all. Yeah, I'm into this. Whoa. This is gonna be a very what's the word I'm looking for? It's gonna be a very dark book. We open up in a crime scene and it's grisly and it's described and it's it's gonna be one of those, and I'm totally into that. So yeah. Yep, I'm into it. Yep. Okay, last one. Let's see, because I am only as of right now getting rid of 1 book, which that wasn't necessarily the point of this video, is to see how many books I can get rid of. It was just, let's try these out and see. So the other one that I have here is also sent to me from Lisa from our first book exchange. It's called The Rattled Bones. This is by S.M. Parker. This is kind of, I feel like it might be fantasy or magical realism, possibly. It's a young adult, and I think it's something that it's set on an island, like a haunted island, maybe. So I don't really remember the full premise of it. I know that I was interested in it for sure. When she sent it to me, I was really excited about it because it was kind of making the rounds on BookTube. So yeah, we'll see about this one. So this is, how many pages is the first chapter? So the first chapter starts with before, and that's like a prologue, so that's 4 pages. And then chapter 1 is up to 16, but there are breaks in the first chapter. So if I hit a break where I feel like I'm good to make a decision, then we'll stop there. So we'll see what this is all about. Okay, So I read the prologue and then a couple pages of the first chapter, and I think I'm gonna pass on this one. It didn't really, like, the writing wasn't anything that captured me or even really held my interest. I was just kind of like, I think I'm okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass on this one too. So that's 2 that I'm passing on and 6 that I'm not. Okay, so these 2 are gonna go up for sale on my Pango shop. So link is below if you're interested in either one of these. That is gonna be it for this. So it was kind of nice to pick up some older books that have been on my shelves for a very long time and just kind of know that yes, I'm still interested in them. They're not just sitting here taking up space, that I would like to get to them still. So that's kind of good to know. And then a couple that I'm good. And a huge, huge, huge thank you to BenQ for sponsoring this video and for sending me this book light back here. If you would like to get your own book light, I highly, highly recommend this. Again, you can get a tabletop or a floor version. I definitely prefer the floor because I sit here and I read. I don't usually sit at a desk and read, so that's not something that I need. But if you do a lot of reading at a desk or something, it could definitely be beneficial as well. And like I said, it has a screen setting as well, so it goes to a yellow hue, which is really nice. So it's very versatile. But if you'd like to get your hands on one of these, I will have a special link down below, so make sure you use that and go check them out and get one for yourself. And a huge thank you to them for sending me this light because I definitely needed it and I will definitely be using it. And that's going to be it for me today. So please let me know your thoughts down below. Do you guys do try chapters? Do you just randomly pick up some stuff and give it a little bit of a try before diving in completely or deciding you're going to pass it on? I'd love to know what your habits are around that. And I will see you guys again soon. Have a great day. Bye.